Hey everybody, and welcome to Falcon Spotlights. Today's spotlight is also going to be interference. Now, if you're wondering what interference is, I will tell you what it is. Believe me, I will. But before I even do that, let me just cut off for 1 second here, or maybe even a few. Right? Fucking right. If there was a little head bobbing going on, or whatever it is that you do to signify that you like a beat or something, or music altogether, that was probably what was happening right now, because this soundtrack is goddamn amazing. Basically, when I decided to kind of look at this game as for the possible spotlight itself, I started the game up and I was like, wow, I'm already really digging it. And then I got into the game itself, which is what we're going to do now, and I was like, you know what, this is a fucking awesome game. I'm glad I found it. I'm glad I'm now going to probably more than likely be supporting this on Indiegogo, which, by the way, I'll have all the proper information for this game, Steam, Greenlight, Indiegogo, all that stuff, because I feel that it really deserves all the support it can get. Look at this art style as well. The music is really amazing. The art style itself is really amazing itself. Right now, basically, that's all that's being talked about. Essentially, you need to infiltrate this little base over here to get an item in order for the resistance to be able to take down some enemy bots momentarily. Enemy bots are these guys down over here, by the way. Essentially, these aren't humans, they're just enemy bots that are kind of basically guarding what seems to be more than likely a dystopian type of future setting and whatnot, which is kind of like one of my things. I love all that, I guess, sci-fi, dystopian, kind of has like a Blade Runner feel to it, you could even also imagine. Almost got spotted by this guy here. Let me zoom out a bit to kind of give me a better view of things. Okay, so essentially right now, what you're looking at itself right now is interference, the main premise of interference. Stealth, platforming, etc., right? You've seen this before, right? It's nothing new for you. You're kind of like, yeah, well, I've seen that before. Yeah, well, I've seen Mark of the Ninja do it. I've seen Stealthy Bastard do it. You know, yeah. I've seen Gunpoint do it. Right, okay. However, in interference, there is absolutely no way for you to defend yourself against most of these cretins altogether. As you can see right there, there's a lot of one-hit kills involved in interference altogether. All right, let me have this man turn up and around. Now, I can't go down because, obviously, the reason I got spotted there is my own indiscretions altogether, but at the same time I wanted to show you the highlight, essentially what happened there. When the first guy down there shot me, essentially the radius cones that these guys use in order to spot you is straight up in the front, right? Kind of like a cone right directly ahead. However, when they spot you, the radius suddenly turns into a circle that circles their whole surrounding altogether. So that's only like, say, 1/4 of their line of vision. It goes all the way around, and basically any sort of motion or movement behind them is going to be spotted as well. What I also liked about what I like about interference altogether is the fact that there are multiple paths for you to take. Right now I'm taking the path that leads through more guards and whatnot, and however, this path also leads to less traps. So essentially, from the start, you have the option to go up through here to the guard area, or down through the sewers. The sewers have less guards, however, a lot more traps. And I figured, you know what, I figured this probably be a little bit better just so we could show the guards and all that stuff. Up here, we're going to see this NPC who's kind of really not interesting to us. Nice weather, huh? I like this rain. You know what, I like the rain as well, but a lot of people won't probably agree with me that it's actually nice weather. Over to this portion over here, you notice that we have to kind of come over here. So you kind of think, well, just jump in between the lasers and then, well, don't get fried by the laser. And then climb the other wall. As you can see, that other wall doesn't have the proper grooves for me to climb. So what you want to do is kind of just jump in that small indent below it. Now, there's going to be a little bit of trial and error, and, well, I land around a laser beam, which isn't a good idea. If Austin Powers has taught me anything, is that, laser beams, whether they're, attached to sharks or not, are terrible for your, your health altogether. So let's go ahead and continue on over here. Pretty much, these levels are short so far. This is a really early alpha build of the game itself, so it's not the final product. It's probably just, the game's gonna probably go through some, more than likely, I guess, prettifying portions of what I like to personally call stuff when games try to get a better look. Oh, Jesus Christ, I was up there already and I screwed it up. You blow it, kid. All right, and let me just get up here and over here, and basically this is gonna be the item that we came for. What this does, here it is. What this item does indeed is actually, as you can see, yeah, it works kind of like a shock thing, right? Well, that's exactly what it's going to do. We have no ways to defend ourselves from these enemy robots, as this guy just spotted me, once again. As you saw, he spotted me right now. He's walking forward, the line of sight is ahead of him and also behind him, as you can see. That's what I wanted to show earlier on. Basically, you kind of have to wait till they cool off a bit and whatnot before you proceed. Now, the item that we just picked up was this. What this does, it allows a momentarily stun of these guards itself. Well, that was bad altogether. Now we'll be able to show it off till you get back. Alright, well, again, treat this carefully. I'm over here being just really wild about it because I'm trying to show off the mechanics to it and whatnot. As you can see, when he walks by through those lasers, the lasers stop, right? Obviously, we can't go through the man, nor can we go through lasers, so our bet is to go down through here. To make it easier on yourself and to show the mechanic off, let me... Oh, Lord, he just pistol whipped my ass to hell. All right. I was in the best situation to show that off. All right, so here we go. Let's try this one more time. There we go. As you can see, I was able to shock him and knock him out momentarily. Now, I was able to use that time and actually get down over this laser. However, we can't get through the other ones, so these ones are going to actually take some precise timing on your part as well, which isn't going to be too difficult. Obviously, I didn't even have to shock him to get through the first laser. I could have just done what I did for the last two. I just wanted to show you a bit of the mechanic of this stun gun all around. Now, I assure you that more than likely it's going to play a bigger part for us eventually. Just not right now, because it's an early build of the demo itself. You don't really have to, I guess, rely on that so much. However, you could kind of rely on it to get out of here, because now that we have the item, you do have to take it back to your the guy that gave you the mission altogether, so you can replicate these, and you can have a weapon against the interference altogether. Over here, these dudes, I can't climb up here, so I should probably wait till they make the rounds back over here in order to progress on my way. We're almost essentially done with this level. What this level is essentially is just the stealth portion of the game. It's showing you mostly the basics altogether. Again, nothing about this really stands out too much right now, other than, you know, the awesome soundtrack and just the style to it altogether, the atmosphere and whatnot. But the gameplay mechanics is basically like any other stealth platformer you played so far. So why exactly should you even, you know, bother with, you know, checking this game out and whatnot? Well, I'll get to that after we're done over here. The next level is what really highlights... Let me... Okay, once you're spotted, you... Oh no, he sent me all the way back here? Why? Alright, let's try this again. I have two more of these shocks left, so let me go ahead and shock this man. It's out the way. Don't step on those are mine, so let me shock this guy as well, just for the hell of it. We only had 3 shocks, so essentially, there we go. We gave this item to this guy, and boom. They take it, level ends, yada yada yada. So far, like I was trying to get into, was why give the time to interference? It's basically your stealth platformer. We've seen it already. Well, here is where it changes up. Let me do the glitch initiation. Now, this portion I haven't necessarily played with too much, so you'll forgive me if I'm not too, I guess, well-versed on it just yet. Again, the fucking atmosphere altogether is so amazing. So let me go over here. Long story short, you're going to be introduced to this, I guess, mechanic that... It's going to have a particular name and whatnot, but that's not really of our interest right now. You could do this on your own time and check it out and read it. Again, the game is really early on anyway, so it's not like it's going to really show you much of the story itself. What it did, though, was give me this situation here, where I have this item now that's going to let me basically maneuver things like a puzzle in order to proceed. Right now, as you can see, there is no way for us to continue on this stage altogether. I can't make this jump, I can't climb this wall like Spider-Man. I don't have any grooves to do that and whatnot, so let's go ahead and initiate this. What this works like is essentially the bread and butter of interference altogether. This is what kind of differs it from the rest of the crowd in terms of stealth platforming. There's going to be a puzzle, I guess, genre involved in this altogether. What you want to do here is essentially, we can't go through this, right? We need these guys in order to build a way to get up here. So it's going to work like a Rubik's Cube, essentially. So let me see if I can kind of do this all right without taking too much time here. Let me maneuver this guy down here. And let's say that over there. No. We need... this guy up here, this guy down here. Let's see if this works right. What am I trying to do here? I'm not even entirely sure. Let me get this over here. We want to essentially build a way like, you know, left, right, since we can't jump straight up ahead, essentially. So, let's see, this guy should be... No, it should be this guy down here. And then this over here. And we want to move this up here, and then, boom, presto, there you go. And now we have a way to actually traverse the area upwards and whatnot. So, again, we couldn't do that beforehand, but now we can. Over here is another, basically, try at this glitch thing altogether. So for this portion, as you can see, there's going to be a laser on over to the rest side. If I was to move this up here, you know, dead, right? So that's not a good idea. And it's not a good idea as well because now I can't access that area anymore. So let me quickly... reset this map by leaving to the next area altogether. Over here, you can't proceed because there's this laser of death right there you can't traverse regardless. So let me go back here. This was just to reset this. Oh, it didn't reset altogether. Okay, essentially what the game is telling me is that you're fucked and that's the end of the day. Was that what you're telling me, game? Oh, Lord. I was just trying to show off exactly what happened there. Okay, well, there's absolutely no way for me to proceed. So you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and wrap it up right here. Oh god, what just happened? Is that really happening? Alright, so once we're up here, we're gonna again be introduced to another same glitch type of puzzle to it, right? For this one, as you can imagine, there is a laser over here that's being blocked by this boulder. If I move this momentarily, it'll basically disintegrate me. So it's in my best interest to keep that blocked off in a way for us to be able to proceed up through here. So how do we do that? Well, the same thing. We're gonna have to use some of our brain matter altogether, which is insane too much when it comes to me, unfortunately. But let's see if I can kind of make this work out. We need a way to get up there. I think we'll just do it. Let me see, and yes, that'll do it altogether. So again, not too difficult in that one altogether as well. Let's check out the next area. Alrighty, and with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here and now, just for, basically, there is not too much to the early alpha demo build so far. And I want to have something, I want to leave something for you guys to kind of check yourselves out and, you know, try out for yourselves because it's a really, really fun game. I'll have all the proper information in order to get where to get your hands on the demo itself, and all the proper, you know, Steam Greenlight support and Indiegogo support, yada, 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 in the description below for you guys to check out as well. Again, I just wanted to give a kind of highlight this game because it's something I'm really, really interested in. The music's amazing, the art style is amazing, the whole cyberpunk dystopian thing is kind of up my alley. I'm sure it's up a lot of people's alleys, that whole Blade Runner type of sci-fi thing. So if that is definitely the case for you, definitely be sure to go out of your time and check this game out and support it any way you can because it's definitely a title definitely worth looking into. So once again, guys, I just want to give you a spotlight of Interference altogether. If you did enjoy the video altogether, be sure to leave it in the comments and the likes, check out my past spotlights, and look forward to future spotlights where I basically take a look at early development titles that might be really interesting in the future for you to check out. Once again, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.